Episode 127. Why you need to spend money to save time. Everything starts with why. Why this, why that, why everything. We have to question everything. Why are we here? Thank you, God. We're here because of God.
Amen. Thank you,
But
God.
we're also here because everybody here chose to be here, right? But we also are here. You know why, Sam? Because God has a plan for all of us.
Yes.
Right? How you
Amen.
doing, first of all, brother Sam? You're looking
Excellent,
good.
man.
Damn, Sam.
Thank you, brother.
Wow, Sam, you're looking like $1 billion.
Thank you, brother. Thank
Fuck
you.
$1 million, bro. Billion, bro.
I feel
We
great.
billionaires here, bro.
Feel great. God is good. Excelente, mente bien. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially. He who does not serve does not deserve to live.
We're here serving, bringing knowledge to the world. Because people perish because of lack of knowledge. People perish because of lack of vision, right? So let's start.
Let's get it.
Welcome to episode 127 of the CMR Podcast Network. Today, we're diving into why you need to spend money to save time. Time is your most valuable resource, and knowing how to invest in tools, systems, and support can transform your productivity and success. Let's explore this mindset shift with insights from our incredible guest, starting with Sam from Capital Games.
Yes.
Capital Games.
Yes. Check out the podcast, Capital Games.
Also, tell the world the episode that you did with Manny.
Yes, I did this. Did an episode with my friend Manny. It's a great
from GP. You got to sue Manny.
Yes, Manny from GPH podcast. We talked about first-time homebuyers, all the tools that you can leverage, FHA, different down payment programs. You know how to get your first property, credit score, all those different things that you may need to do to get your first property. So stay tuned for that. It'll also be on my Instagram, Sam the Investor, Sam the Realtor, Capital Games Podcast. You know, we talk about all things involving money and business. So you can catch me there. And it's going to be a really good podcast. That was actually one of my favorite ones. He did a really excellent job. So thank you, Manny, for that.
It's going to be in the bio, the description. So you guys tune into and watch it.
Yes.
So, Sam, let's talk about spending money to build wealth. Investing in assets that generate income and save time. Why is spending money on assets the ultimate time saver?
All right, so spending money on assets is the ultimate time saver because typically when you first start out, most people aren't Carlos. They didn't start their own businesses at 17 and generating 14, whatever, generating all this income. But if you have that vision and you have that gift, more power to you, be blessed to you, because that's actually a really good skill, because now you can create jobs for not only for yourself, but for other people, right? And that's powerful. But most people are going to start off, they're going to need a job, right? They're going to have to try to figure out.
But we don't create jobs here.
Right.
We create opportunities.
Right. Opportunities.
Right? We help people find their purpose.
Yes.
Right? And we turn their purpose into a business.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That vision that God sent them to the world to basically accomplish that mission.
Yes.
We turn it into a business.
Yes.
Right? Because people are, believe it or not, are more fulfilled when they live in a life
of purpose.
Purpose, impact, and that's how they get their fulfillment. Right?
Yes.
And that's how they pay it forward. Because God gave all of us gifts and talents. And we're supposed to give that back to the world.
Exactly.
Pay
it forward.
We need to be obsessively preoccupied with the needs and desires of his other children.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, one thing, your segment was the last one. But obviously, since you did the one with Manny, and you have a few things that you got to do, we switched it over.
Yes.
So we right now going from the end to backward. Right? So that's why people might be a little lost.
Yes.
Right? But building financial freedom through smart spending.
Yes.
Right? What are practical steps to start building assets today?
So businesses, right? An asset, right? Real estate, income producing real estate.
Let me give you a little more clarity in the world, right? So building financial freedom through smart spending. A lot of people, I always tell the world one thing. It's not how much money you make. It's what you do with the money you make. If I would have worked at McDonald's with my type of mindset, I would literally become a millionaire, multimillionaire like this, 2 seconds. Because it's not the money you make, guys. So when you get your money, it's what you do with that money. Poor people, you know what they do with their money? They pay bills.
Spend it.
They spend it on things that do not generate more money, right? Rich people, wealthy people, they invested in assets,
That
cash
return
flowing,
that money.
producing,
Yes.
right? So what are practical steps to start building assets today? Because obviously you're an investor,
Yes.
right? You're also a realtor,
Yes.
right? So can you give the world some practical steps to start building assets today? Like if today, like with a sense of urgency, because everything, you know, people want the instant gratification. I know everything is not overnight, but believe it or not, around coaches, mentors like us, we could help people go in the elevator instead of them taking the stairs.
Yes. Yes.
So you have enough information, wisdom, knowledge, experience.
Number one, I would say, is really learn to delay your gratification, right? And that comes from, like you say, let's say you're making money, but if you're spending it just as fast as you're making it, you're not taking it and putting it into an asset that's returning your money, you're spinning your wheels. You're not going to actually get any traction, be able to go anywhere. So typically you're going to have to delay your gratification. That item you want, that thing that you want, if it's not going to produce income back and return dollars to you, hold off on it. You'll be able to get it.
Buy the asset first, and then let that asset buy you that liability.
Yes.
That's the secret.
Yes.
You could literally buy 100 cars, exotic. You could buy anything you want in life. Anything. I always tell people, I don't believe in living below your means.
Yes.
Like straight up. Like I want people around me that I want you to tell me, yo, Carlos, I want to literally blow $3 million in one day.
Yeah.
No limitation. Live a life with no budget. Straight up.
And like you said, you know,
it sounds messed up, but
no,
you know,
not at all. Like you said, you know, I'm an investor and I'm a realtor. One is active income, one is passive income or semi-passive income, right? When I'm doing real estate, realtor activities, I'm running around, right? That's active income. I have to be somewhere, do something, make a phone call. That's time that I have to, you know, spend my time in order to produce that income. But ideally, any income that I make from that, I want to take that money and now put it into an asset where it's going to return me, where I don't physically have to be there. I don't have to make the phone call. So now that's bringing me money and generating me money. So, you know, my whole theory on being a realtor is great because you're going to get a understanding of real estate on like the ground level where you can understand, like you said, implementation. You understand it in a certain way. And then also because you're on the ground level, you're going to be able to see opportunities that maybe the regular person wouldn't because you're in the field, right? But then now you have to use those opportunities to turn it into now investment opportunities. Because I could sell 10 homes, but guess what? If I don't have passive income, I have to sell an 11th home. I have to sell a 12th home. But if I buy 10 homes, I may not have to ever sell a home again, right? So that's the difference between, you know, that active income and then an investment that's returning money to you and becoming a more passive income.
Wealth is built by making your money work for you. And to wrap it up with Sam, I want to say something. I'll use you as an example. Sam, you're a realtor, right? To become a realtor, you have to get your realtor license, right? Shout out to the Mannies of the world, Consistency 360, right? For him to become a barber, you know, he doesn't need the barber license,
right,
but he went to get his barber license. Shout out to the Carlos of the world. I think very different from you guys, right? Because I'm all about saving time, right? Why you need to spend money to save time. So what I'll do, I'll leverage a person that has a realtor license, right? A broker license or a barber. And that's how I basically done all my deals all my life, if it makes sense. I don't have no license. I don't have no nothing.
Because you don't need a license.
I don't need it.
You don't need a license to be an investor. You don't need a license to be a business owner, right? You can leverage the licenses of those people in those industries to now implement the business or be the investor in those businesses.
Some businesses you do need license, but I wait for the ticket to come. And then we'll send somebody, hey, go get that license.
Yeah.
That's the way I move.
Absolutely.
I don't want to, you know, make the world drift and do risk at your own terms.
Yes.
I don't ever make sense. Because to me, it's always been cheaper to pay a fine, pay a ticket, you got me?
Yes.
Than literally like just wait. That's why, for example, when I park or something like that, I just park anywhere. You know what I mean? It was cheaper just paying the ticket.
Pay the ticket, yeah.
Because I want to save time.
Yes.
I wanted to bring that up, obviously, because today's episode is why you need to spend money to save time.
Yes.
Right? What else can you tell the world, Sam, so I could go with the next person?
Yeah.
What can you tell the world when it comes to that topic?
When it comes to spending money, anything that you can do, if it's going to cost you more time than it would to spend the money, you should absolutely spend the money, right? Because you can always get more money. You can't get more time. Time is precious. It's invaluable, right? So anytime that you can spend money to get time back, that's what you want to do. And that's what
you buying back your time?
Yes. And then that's actually why billionaires buy jets, right? Because they want to buy their time back. They realize, hey, if I have my own private jet, I don't have to wait for the certain flight to come from United or American Airlines. I can get on when I want to get on. I can come back when I want to get on. And the money that they're paying is worth it because their time is more valuable.
Did you know Elon Musk owns
That's what
this
we
jet?
bought.
Meet the Gulfstream G700, priced around $78 million. This jet isn't just a mode of transport. With a range of 7,500 nautical miles, the G700 can easily take you nonstop from New York to Tokyo. Inside, you'll find up to 5 living spaces, including a master suite with a full-size bed, a shower, and the largest windows in private aviation. The G700 is powered by Rolls-Royce engines, making it as powerful as it is luxurious, cruising just below the speed of sound. Plus, with advanced noise-canceling tech, you can travel in near silence. Subscribe for more aviation.
How about if I tell you guys that we're gonna buy a jet as an organization? And I walk it like I talk it. I'm not a man. I'm not your average Joe Smoke that says one thing, says another thing. I have alignment. And at my 34 years of age, I've been backing up everything the fuck I've said. That's why I'm so fucking confident. Because people could tell me no, all the roadblocks, and I'm just, whoop. I got all my life like literally just doing like this. Any challenge for me is not a challenge. Bring me your problems. Like I'm a problem solver. Bro, that's $78 million, right? That's a light 78, right? $100 million. We put 20% down, right? That's $20 million. We borrow $80 million, right? As an organization for the Wealth Map Summit. MAP, Massive Action Plan to Wealth, right? We'll have that jet. That jet, we could fill exactly 19 people. Because it has, for the bed, also you saw have different areas, right? So a corporate jet. We have the corporate office. We want to open corporate offices in different parts of the world too, with car collections, where we help people, not simply with their dream car, dream home, but everything starts with the dream business. 20 people that put $1 million, that's the deposit. I don't even need to put the money myself.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
I don't even make sense.
No, it makes a lot of sense. You leverage everyone, part of the organization, each put up $1 million, that's their $20 million.
And that's why
your down payment.
I have organized too, the CMR Investor Network. So to get into the organization, I want to later on, right now it's not that it's difficult, but I want to make it harder. I don't ever make sense, especially in the foundation, right? Because obviously we all have our own podcast, but a lot of people, they don't understand what's the point of the podcast. Imagine right now we have everybody here with their own podcast, right? Their own voice. And now every single month we do the Wealth Map Summit. Because the goal for the Wealth Map Summit, I don't want to own it 100%. Right now I own it 100%. But my goal is to basically every person, 1%, the first 100 people. But it's not just people. The first 100 leaders that are creating leaders. Shout out to the Jandis of the world. Jandi right now has like 5-6 people under him, if it makes sense. Yes. So these are leaders that are supposed to be what? Creating leaders that are supposed to be what? Creating leaders. So imagine an organization helping people get control of the mind, but not simply just getting control of the mind, not simply just people getting the material possession, becoming the person. Be, do, have. Okay, the dream car, anything you want to have is light. It's light, like literally, like your first home, that's nothing. Like that's penny, that's easy. You got me? You're supposed to have your first home because your home is the rent is the most expensive thing, bill that you have per month. So if you could live rent-free your whole life, you literally
it's cheat code.
You right?
Yeah.
4-hour work week. Escape the 9 to 5, live anywhere, and join the new rich. Right? So to wrap this up with you, Sam, what else do you want to tell the world? Do you believe we could do that?
Absolutely.
From 1 to 10.
10. What do you mean?
You're supposed to say 100, a trillion. 100. A trillion. Get 10. They get 10.
Yeah, so I definitely believe it. I definitely believe this group that we have that we're starting the foundation with is
But the foundation has to be OQP.
OQP. Yeah.
Imagine
All
right
quality
now
people.
we have fucked up people around,
It's
bro,
not gonna work.
that are not aligned with the vision, that just want to pull their side.
Yeah.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
You know what I mean or no?
Yeah.
We in the business, we try to all look at each of us as people that we're just finding talents and helping people find their purpose. As a whole one, bro, only God could stop us.
With that being said, check out the JPH podcast with Manny. It's a great episode. Check out my podcast, Capital Games. Again, my name is Sam Arekasima, Sam the investor, Sam the realtor. Stay tuned. We got a lot of information to share to try to impact people.
Thank you, brother Sam. Appreciate you always, man. Right. Bringing your knowledge and wisdom, your experience to the table. Emily. See, Sam, guys, world, he's there when it comes to real estate. He did an episode in Tiffany Cast with Jasmine. He did an episode with who else? Emily. Manny. He did one with Manny in Consistency 360. He did an episode with Jayandi. He did an episode now with Manny from GPH, right? So I'm talking, and also he did an episode by himself in Capital Games talking about real estate. There's literally 5 episodes around 30-something minutes each that if you guys don't literally go and contact Sam to get your first home, if you don't have the money, no problem. We have money to basically let you borrow to buy your first home. There's no excuse. You don't need no credit. You don't need what? You don't need anything. You need simply to make a decision. You want to buy your first home and that's it. Right?
Yeah. And
as a group, Sam, start looking for a mansion so we could buy a mansion for the organization as a group. You got me? I'm serious. Yo, I'm serious. And also so we could go see it as a group. Right? We buy it under a company name. That's how rich people buy things. Or how you think a plane is going to be bought. It's under a company name. Right? Make sense?
Okay, makes sense.
It's that easy. Life is that easy. But you know what people do, Emily? They complicate everything. Because they don't understand the power of one, of working together. El unión.
Yeah.
So, Emily, let's talk about why you need to spend money to save time. Right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they don't want to spend money to save time. They rather
save.
I'm gonna give people, there's 3 currencies, right? There's the currency of money, there's the currency of time, and then what other currency you think there is? Time, money, there's a 3rd currency.
Well, life.
I'm gonna put a video to give you the thing.
Energy.
But let's talk about first of all, Emily, how you doing?
Excelentemente bien. Spiritually, espiritualmente, mentally, mentalmente, physically, físicamente, emotionally, emocionalmente, financially, financieramente. Porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Because he who doesn't live to serve does not serve living.
Emily, thank you. You're productive. Está positiva, positive. That's right. That's necessary to be positive.
Yeah.
Positive mental attitude, right? Productive, that's possible, right?
Yeah.
But the impossible is intentional. Are you intentional right now? ROI, not return on investment, on time, right? Return on intention. Are you intentional right now with your time?
I'm intentional. Now I know what I want.
Do you know that why you need to spend money to save time? You know, you're not even spending money right now to save time because you got a coach.
Yeah.
You got a mentor.
Yeah.
You developing your character.
Yeah.
Right? Because what's easier, to develop your character or to focus on your reputation?
What is easy?
Yeah. What do you think is easier?
Depends who the person you're talking to, but for me, it's more easy to develop my character.
You see? That's true. So good answer, right? So let's talk about, Emily, overcoming the fear of investing in yourself, right? Why personal development accelerates success, right? Personal growth, self-improvement. What's holding people back from investing in themselves, Emily? You know, because I talk a lot about having your shit together. Self-love, self-care, happiness, inner peace, independence, time management. So reverse engineer. Everything starts with the time.
Yeah.
We did an episode, El secreto está en el calendario, right? The secret is in your calendar. if it makes sense. I want to do an episode with Consistency 360 with Manny, but in English. The secret is in your calendar. It's to bring awareness to the world, but not just to the world, to Manny, because he still doesn't know the value of his calendar, right? Even though, shout out to the Mannies of the world, he was on time. He called me before time. He was on time. That's the man I want to see. Consistent, right? So my question to you is, Emily, what's holding people back from investing into themselves? What was holding you back? Or what's holding you back now?
I'm investing in myself.
What's holding people back from investing in themselves?
Okay. Before, with my old mentality, what I can say was my environment. My environment was holding me back to invest in myself because they didn't invest in themselves. So
they didn't lead by example. So you were
Yeah.
seeing pretty much monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
So since your environment was not investing into themselves, you didn't see the value of investing into yourself, right?
Yeah, I didn't even know that it was important to invest in myself.
So overcoming the fear of investing in yourself. So overcoming hesitation to spend money on growth, right? How does spending on personal growth lead to bigger results?
Okay. When you invest in yourself and the things you don't know, you are getting knowledge in the things that you were blind of, because the things you don't know is keeping you poor. So it's very important to have a coach or a person that is guiding you to the path that you need to take to succeed.
And poor means what?
Passing opportunities over repeatedly.
And everybody that is poor normally thinks that everything is a what?
A scam.
Because they're still what?
Still confused about money.
They're still confused about money, right?
Yeah.
So when they're brought an opportunity to their table, they think everything is like somebody trying to get them.
Yeah.
Like, yo, bro, yo, sis, nobody trying to get you. You got me? Like, poor people, they always think somebody's getting them.
Yeah.
Right? But you know who's getting them?
What?
Themselves.
Yeah,
You know your worst enemy is yourself.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So investing in yourself is the best money you ever spend. Once again, investing in yourself is the best money you ever spend. Now you understand that, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Now you understand the power of self-love, self-care,
Yeah.
and everything else.
Yeah.
What else can you tell the world why you need to spend money to save time?
Okay. Because when you spend money to save time, you are paying other people to manage your time better. Because if you focus on the things that you want to do, but you don't want to do, but other people can do it, and you can focus that time doing other things, you will be more productive. So that's why you need to pay, even if it costs you, for other people do the task that you know that doesn't going to like prioritizing the tasks that you need to do, they will do the domino effects. And those minutiae tasks, you can give it to other people and pay them to do it.
You see, why you need to spend money to save time? See, a lot of people, I'm going to tell you something, Emily and World. You know why they don't basically spend money to save time? Because they were trained to be workers, not thinkers.
Yeah.
They don't understand the 4 levels of value creation. In implementation, they're workers. Time is money, right? So I don't blame them. So people that do not want to spend money to save time, I don't blame them. When you move to the next level, value creation, unification, with money, you buy people's time. See, John D. Rockefeller has a quote: I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own effort, right?
Yeah.
That means that he'd rather buy your time, buy everybody's time, than him giving his time. But guess what? I've done that all my life. But then I have my own quote that I said, I'd rather have 1% of 100 people's businesses than 100% of my one business. That's why, since a very young age, I always basically been the type of person that I opened the business and it's to create a leader so they can run the business. Because I work on the business, not in the business. I like being behind the scene. I like letting somebody else shine, be the mero, the boss, el jefe, right?
Yeah.
I don't want to be that. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
But guess what? Most people want to be known that they're the boss, that they're the mero. Who gives a fuck? That's why, as an inventor, the highest level of value creation in the imagination, right? With an idea, I could print money. In another word, with a vision, I could create an opportunity, for somebody else, and I could literally put them in a position to have their own business. Like the Mannies of the world. He wants a barbershop, no problem. I'll open a barbershop for him, right? He'll end up cutting my hair. Now he's the leader there. Now he'll have other barbers renting shares from him. So you see the level, right? Yeah. And I'll have Manny as the face of the barbershop. So when people ask me, Carlos, were you the one that invested in Manny's barbershop? No, I don't know that. So from where Manny got the money? I don't know. God did. God was the one that invested. Manny, make sure you don't tell nobody that it was me that invested. You know how many people I did business with, and I told them never tell nobody? But I'm going to tell you something why. Right. When people know that straight up, even that you own that business, just because you own that business, they will not support you. That's why strangers make you rich. Notice that franchises, you never know who's the owner. Any business that you know that is franchised, you never know who the fuck owns the business. You'll never catch the owner inside the business. They come in as investors. Make sense?
Okay, makes sense.
So to wrap this up with you, Emily, what else can you tell the world? Any promo ad that you want to tell?
Well, what I can say is that just focus on the things you want and be intentional with the time you spend on, and also stop. Well, what I did for myself, I stopped wasting my time like watching animes, reading mangas, and spending them home. Because if you stay in the same place, you will keep getting the same results. So that's what I can say. And also watch Anne's Believe the episode I did with Carlos. And yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Emily. Overcoming the fear of investing in yourself with Emily. Well, you see, that topic is supposed to go also with the brother Manny. But let's talk about the power of delegation for consistency. How you doing, brother Manny?
Fenomenalmente, excelentemente bien, Carlos.
I love the fact, once again, that you keep adding the fenomenalmente. Excelentemente.
Positivo, productivo y intencional.
Positive, productive, and intentional. Why intentional, Manny?
Because I do things, I mean, people have to do things with a purpose, with a reason to actually get a result.
What's the reason you're here right now? Tell the world that.
What's the reason I'm here? To become a leader.
Not just a leader.
To help others become a leader.
A leader that creates leaders.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
You're becoming your best version so you can lead by example. Right?
Yeah.
You have your own podcast. So now that you have your own podcast, Consistency 360, are you consistent?
I'm getting better at it.
You're getting better at it? I have something when it comes to consistency that you're going to like it before we go on it. Where is it? To be successful at anything, you don't have to be different. You simply have to be what most people aren't. Consistent. That's deep. Right? Something simple, bro.
Nah, that's a fact.
Right? To be successful at anything, you don't have to be different. See, I decided to be different. Monkey see, monkey do. I say, all I got to do to be successful, I said to myself, because I was already programmed to be consistent. Since a little kid, I was already programmed for prosperity, for abundance, right? Because of my side of the family from my father's side. From my side of my family from my mother's side, they were programmed to be poor. You got me? Everything was like, I remember going to Dominican Republic, bro, for, vacation. I used to go like 6 times a year. It was a blessing that my mother was in the yard. Because me mandaban siempre. Bro, my grandmother, a whole chicken, bro, for like 20 people. Una alita. I'm like, what the fuck is this? You imagine little Carlos saying, what the fuck is this? Yo, I was fucked up, bro. You know what I did with the food? Throw that shit. Yo, I don't regret anything, but that grandmother of mine passed away. You get me? And if I could go back in time, I'll tell her sorry. You got me? Because she was very passive, tranquila, right? And I was muy alborotado. I was, if you think I got a lot of energy.
Inquieto.
Yeah, I was that kid, very curious. You tell me not to touch that, I'll go touch it, take it, move it. I don't ever make sense.
No.
Right? I was very curious. I was questioning, like, why are you telling me not to touch it?
People always told me the same thing.
Like, But believe it or not, bro, people like us,
Right.
we crazy motherfucker. We're the one that changed the world. And we're the ones that literally have no filter. We'll go interview anybody. We'll talk to anybody. Anywhere I go, hey, mentira. Bring some energy. Right? So going back, the power of delegation for consistency. Delegation or outsourcing? Why delegating repetitive tasks increases efficiency? Manny, how does delegation help you stay consistent with your goals? Because right now, for example, let's use you as an example. Consistency 360, right?
Yeah.
The content is being delegated to another company, just like the CMR Podcast Network, right? Why do you think I have you delegate the stuff and not the Jandy?
To save time.
To save time. Because the way you look at time, believe it or not, is different from Jandy, believe it or not. But I'm going to tell you how, right? Jandy will be more consistent than you uploading and doing certain things, right? Because you lack consistency.
I'm listening.
Right?
I'm listening.
So I know that if I basically try to do things myself, I'm not going to do little things. So what do? I buy back my time. What do? I outsource things to other company, other leaders, other delegation, if it makes sense, right? Because we don't want to be a master of all, a jack of all trade. You don't want to be a barber, right? Working for MetLife, now consistency 360, and also becoming an investor in 20 other things. Right or wrong?
Right.
Yeah. You want to focus on one thing. You know what's the one focus that I have Manny right now focus on? Building your network.
Of course.
Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Why? Because your network is your what?
My net worth. And just me creating value for myself is going to open up doors tremendously as well. It's going to be...
Although you creating value for yourself?
Yeah, of course.
No, Manny. Creating value for others. Always be helping people.
No, right.
Bro, if you help enough people get what they want, eventually you get what you want. You know what you got to do? I'm not going to tell you what to do, but you got to go in consistency 360, and you got to literally bring your mess to the world, tell your mess to the world, y desahogate.
All right? But it all starts with myself. I got to find my purpose, and then I got to create value for myself as well. Like, I got to be knowledgeable to start creating leaders as well.
Well, you see, that's where people mess up, bro. People, that's why you're going to barber school, because you want everything perfect. You see, it's better literally cutting a lot of hair and building your consistency and literally building your skills. What do you think they're teaching you in barber school?
What do I think they're teaching me in barber school?
You know what they're teaching you? To get a fucking diploma so you could brag, I got my barber fucking license. I would have printed that shit in fucking Adobe Photoshop. I would have called Arnold, yo, bro, do me a favor. Do me a fucking a barber. You got to follow the rules, but you also got to know where to break the rules, right? Use that shit temporarily. And God forbid, just in case you call a barber friend, you got to know how to build relationships. You make a list of all the barbers that have the barber license, and then leverage them. Partner up with them. But you think I'm going to spend money to go to barber school? Fuck spending the money. The time that you're wasting there in barber school. You're wasting your fucking time. Take that time to personal develop yourself. What are you learning there, bro? Because I don't see some magic wand when you cut my hair. Huh?
Continue.
Focusing on priorities by outsourcing. What tasks should people consider outsourcing, Manny? Like you. What task should people consider outsourcing? Delegating, meaning giving it to somebody else. One of my secrets to my success is B2B, from business to business. I never like doing things myself, meaning from leaders to leaders, business to business, because I understand that if I partner up with that business has its employees, right?
Yeah.
So that's one of my secrets to solving. I find the problem, right? Now I know who has the solution to that problem, and I'm just the bridge.
Of course, you gotta find somebody that already has been through whatever you want to go through, make him your friend, leverage him to then create a barbershop or whatever you want to, your whatever outcome you want to get, and just he saves you a lot of time by him putting in the work and not you having to put in the work.
You
for
know,
you.
I could turn you into an asset too when it comes to barbering. I could literally use you as the bridge. I could be the bridge between you and my high net worth type of friends. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I tell them that the cut, you charge me X amount, and I'll basically make sure that you cut their hair. You go to them, they'll pay you that. Now you got to give me a cut. You cut the hair, I'll make money without cutting hair. I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Will you want to do that? Yes or no?
Yeah.
You see, that's still implementation. You still, it's a good idea, but you're still in implementation, bro. Because even if we charge, for example, the low vibrational people around here, $20, $30, $40 for a haircut, I'd rather literally cut one quality person, right? Say for 100, 200, right? Go to their fucking mansion. Fucking, you never know. You might end up getting fucking, being at the right time. By the time they're cooking, their chef is there. Next thing you got a fucking 5-star meal. You know what I mean or no?
Right.
Next thing you know, there's a girl there. Next thing you know what I mean?
I got you.
You start networking.
I get the point.
You got the point?
Yeah, 100%.
So delegate to elevate. Once again, delegate to elevate. See, Manny, if Manny wouldn't delegate, he wouldn't been elevating, right? But now you gotta literally delegate certain things, like the implementation, bro. 1 hour of you cutting hair, it will be 1 hour invested in principles. But you still don't get my point. You work hard on yourself, you make a fortune. You work hard on a job, you make a living. Do you want to still keep making a living to pay bills?
No.
Work, because you barely have to save. If a person literally, when they're working, they have barely to save, they're not going to be able to invest. Right?
Right.
What else can you tell the world, Manny? Consistency 360, the power of delegation or consistency.
Nah, people gotta delegate so they can save more time, build a network, build a network that's gonna create a net worth for them. And
see, I'm delegating building the network straight up. I'm leveraging everybody, but you guys are also leveraging me, right?
Of course.
OP, other people's experience. OP,
other people's efforts.
And OPM.
Other people's money.
Okay, you gotta leverage, delegate.
So once you leverage other people's other
resources in general.
Once you leverage other people's resources, you will save a lot more time and you will get a lot more money. Simple as that.
More freedom.
Yeah.
Time to do other things that you want to do.
Of course.
Thank you, Manny.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna talk to Manny GPH Cast. Tools that save time in business and life with my brother Manny. Manny fucking looking like $1 million. I'm not gonna say $1 billion because I already gave that title to Sam. You got me?
Carlos.
You're looking like $1 million, bro.
Appreciate it.
Nah, you're looking good. I'm serious.
Thank you.
I'm serious.
Thank you.
Me gusta el flow, los zapaticos, the pants, everything.
Una cosita light.
Nah, bro, you're looking good, bro.
Business casual is my lane.
You're looking good. You got me?
Thank you.
Let's talk about, bro. First of all, introduce yourself to the world. And
my name is
the 5 pillars then and all that.
I got you. My name is Manny from GPH Podcast. Today we did a great episode on how to get into your first property. You shouldn't have an excuse. Down payment shouldn't be an excuse. Credit shouldn't be an excuse. Income shouldn't be an excuse. Go check it out. I did it with Sam from Capital Games, Sam the investor, Sam the realtor, Mr. Printing Money, right? And today I would like to start by saying I'm doing excellent spiritually, espiritualmente, mentally, mentalmente, physically, físicamente, emotionally, emocionalmente, financially, financieramente, porque que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. He who is not fit to serve does not deserve to live. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Tools that save time in business and life. Tools that save time in business and life. Why you need to spend money to save time. What can you tell the world when it comes to everything you heard today? just from this episode before I go into the segment?
Simple. You can get money back. You can't get time back. Right? So don't hesitate. If you can go, how do you like to say? It's not who, but how? How is it?
Who, not how.
Who, not how? That's powerful, because what you do is you put someone in the position to go get that task done, so that then you could chill. Not chill, but you buy yourself time to then go create another idea, go create another source of income, So
why become a lawyer or a doctor when there's a billion of them that you could leverage? They already went through school, and they probably already have a few years of experience in the field too. Maybe it's me, we do need people to go through that process, but it's just not me and the people around me. I tell people around me straight up, we gotta leverage. And we leverage everything. It's who, not how. We buy back our time. We work smart, not hard, right? So using automation and technology to boost productivity. What are some tools that have saved you time? Like what are some tools that you use that are saving you time now based on how you perceive the word, see the overall?
It's funny you say that, because as of recently, what I've learned, and I wasn't like this before, AI, bro. Oh my goodness, you just said it. So a lot of people like myself, I was stuck in the old, like, I don't like technology, que computador, I don't like none of that stuff. But
fixed mindset.
But when you open that door and you're like, oh nah, you know how much time I just saved myself? Even if it's just a template that it gives you. You get what I'm saying? Now you don't have to break your head to go get it. Before, people, you have to pay for a template for a resume. You could go on ChatGPT, make it your own resume.
You could literally go on ChatGPT and tell it, hey, I need a lease for this tenant under this company name. Starting this day, I'm charging this much. All you gotta do is and I need a PDF. Print it. Poof.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
Go to ChatGPT and be like, I want to fix my credit. Create a letter for it. Yo,
everything.
People don't know, bro.
And people that don't know that, literally, when it comes to like fixing credit, debt is what?
That is nothing,
you
bro.
Can delete it.
That is oh my goodness.
So yo, when I saw everything is a joke, I'm like, yo, this is crazy.
Literally, your bank account is a number on the screen, just so y'all know. And the debt that you get on anything, a loan or whatever, is a number on the screen, just so you know.
But they don't understand the fractional reserve, everything that has to do when it comes to money. Because they're programmed to be workers, not thinkers. Por eso yo soy mucho burlado del sistema. And most people, they would never understand why I say burlado del sistema. Burlado del sistema is pretty much my mindset, how I perceive the world. Because if I could look at things from the idea stage, if you could think like a bank, literally, put yourself in their shoes, you're always going to get approved. What are banks looking? What are lenders looking for? And every bank has its own different criteria of what they look for, because their target audience is different, if it makes sense. That's why I tell people, never put yourself limitations. When it comes to, shout out to Sam, the realtor investor, we got to do an episode on seller finance. Yeah, because we did one from creative financing, but I want to break down the seller finance, right? Because I'm the type of guy that I will buy a home from you that you're selling with your own money. You don't get it?
Well, he was talking about how when you go closing certain deals, you can factor in like, yo, instead of this much, do this much, because I got to do this. This is in the third. And you're literally like taking away you're taking away their
it's all negotiation. It's all negotiation.
Yeah.
Remember, most people, they don't have negotiation skills.
It makes sense.
Right? But a lot of people, they don't know that you could literally get extremely creative when it comes to buying anything. A business. I could buy a business with no money. I could buy real estate, no money. I could buy anything, no money. All you need is mindset, brain. The problem is not in the pocket. The problem is in the mindset. But most people, when they hear me speak, he's full of shit or he's that. Hey, guys, judge a man by the fruit it bears. Life is easier than what you think. When you do what's hard, your life is easy. But when you do what's easy, your life is hard. So saving time with the right systems and strategies. How do systems create more time for high-value tasks?
Well, if you create a system, what you're doing is you're You create a system, you're saving time off rip. I like to use Henry Ford. So he was the first one to make like the assembly line. He saved so much time with that. He's also a person that had a button on his desk that if he didn't know something, he'd be like, beep, y venía alguien, and they gave the knowledge. So when you create systems, you're leveraging saving time because now you already know what has to be done, how it's going to be done, and now you position yourself to invest that time into another area of whatever you need to.
Business is systems and process and people, obviously, to move those systems and process.
Yes.
That's why 80% of your success in the personal life area or business is how well you deal with people, right? So how to win friends and influence people. That's why you want to leverage other people, other people's experience, other people's resources overall when it comes to money, credit, everything. You can leverage everything, anything and anything. I would listen, if I wouldn't have money to fucking buy clothes and I need clothes, I'll leverage a brother to borrow his clothes. I've never had to do it, but if just in case, people is either you got results or you got the reasons why it's not done, right? So work smarter, not harder. That's what we say in this organization. But also we say buy back your time, right? Because poor people, they sell their time. Rich people, we buy time, right? But wealthy people, you know what we do?
What do they do?
Huh?
What do they do?
We use ideas to print money. Because people remember
Mr. printing money.
Because remember, people, a third of their day, they're selling their time in exchange for money. The day has 24 hours. The difference between rich people and poor people is time, believe it or not. What are we people doing with our time? Most people are literally wasting their time. Very few people are investing their time wisely. It's either you're wasting it or you're investing it.
You made a great point right now, though. You just sparked something in my head. I just remembered. You know that the government uses our social security numbers as leverage to make deals, and then we pay back income tax, and that's how they pay back the deal.
Yeah, yes. Simple. Let's go. Good point that you brought across. Look at the U.S. government's debt. They're never gonna be able to pay that debt.
But how do they say that they're gonna pay it? Con la gente que trabaja.
Slaves, modern slaves. And what are the name? Employees.
Yeah,
the man that works all day has no time to make money.
That's deep.
But it takes a person to say, why this, why that, why everything, to question everything. Normally in school, when you're a little kid, and even your parents at home, when you start questioning, nosotros somos adultos, why are you questioning? So most people, they don't understand that the programming that our parents have or the programming that they give us in school is so we could be in fear. So we don't question. Because I remember in Passaic High and just school in general, because I was very talkative, right? And I'll question everything. Teachers, I'll try to question, and they're like, oh, I'm the teacher. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, you the fucking principal. Fuck out of here. So I was always that type of person. Like, I was very respectful, but there was teachers that they used to leverage their power. You know them teachers, them people, let's call it people.
Okay.
Let's say, like even in LA Fitness, just because they work in LA Fitness, they think they own the world and they walk like they shit don't stink. Because I know a lot of people like that. Oh, put your shirt on. All right. And fuck you telling me, like, yo, bro, you want me to fucking run?
They want you to do it with a sense of urgency.
Yeah, like I'm not fucking running. Uno se que vaina. Because I don't care if they revoke the fucking membership.
You know what that makes me see? That those are people that are oppressed. Because the oppressed become oppressors. You get what I'm saying?
But these are people that they just want to follow the rules by the teeth. And they don't understand that by following the rules like that, you burn relationships too. You got me? Like, you got to know how to ask and say certain things.
Yes.
Right? But to tell the world why you need to spend money to save time. What are you doing now when it comes to that question? Like, have you been approaching your life, or you're still trying to basically, how can I save $2-3 in one area? You got me?
Well, as of lately, man, I love to say that my mind has transformed in that
You've been
area.
shifting your mindset?
Yeah, because I'm going to say it like this. Not that I'm spending money, but I'm using other people to save time to go get what I need to get. So like For example, right, there's people that be like, oh, I gotta save money to go invest, so I gotta do this. And Myron Golden said something so funny. He's like, yo, you want to build the ship, jump into the water, and then figure out how to build the ship. Like, not to exaggerate. And I've learned to right now, I'm using other people, right? Using their credit, using their money, and using their time to get what I want, to get the
And
business
that's not
that I
fucked
want.
up. That's not
It's
messed
not,
up.
yo, it's not that like I'm using them. No, they're getting something from it too.
We're using each other.
Exactly. And I would say that
EP, we're using each other.
and I would say that I didn't think like that before. I would think I gotta do it. I gotta hold it down. I gotta do this.
I don't want to do.
It don't work.
No. I don't want to do
You
everything.
burn yourself out, bro. You start running on E. You thinking that you're gonna do what the
Because self-made.
Yeah,
No, I don't want to be
like,
self-made.
Nah.
I want to be people-made.
And you know what's funny? The only reason why I could do that is because those people trust me, because they see the value. You get what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm over here like selling them a dream. No, I told them, yo, this is what it is. Let me know.
That's why when
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
People do business with people that like, know, and trust. If they like you, they'll listen to you. And if they listen to you, they'll do business with you. Meaning they'll let you have a chance to present something to the table, right? It could be a vision or whatever you want to call it, your dream, your purpose.
Absolutely.
Anything you want to basically show. Thank you, Manny. What else do you want to tell the world?
I just want to tell the world, change your mindset. So don't think that you have to be the person there all the time. You can have other people leverage. I even like how Carlos says, bro, why do I got to cook in my house? So then what? I could take out the garbage. I could do dishes. You're wasting time. If you could have someone else do it for you, then so be it. And it could be in any small area of your life. So thank you for having me, Carlos. Stay blessed by the houses. Stay blessed by the best.
Thank you. Sí, he brought a good point. Personas que quieren cambiar. Gente que quiere un cambio. This is powerful here. Shout out to the Vanessas of the world. She sent me that. Personas que quieren cambiar. People that want to change, empty. Gente que quiere un cambio. People that want a change, full. In another word, everybody wants to change, Vanessa.
Yes.
But not everybody changes.
They want to not.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes.
Right?
They don't want to take this step.
How you doing today, first of all, Vanessa?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Espiritualmente, spiritually, mentalmente, mentally, físicamente, physically, emocionalmente, emotionally, y financiera, financially. El que no sirve para servir, no sirve para vivir. Who not live to serve, not deserve to live. And you say like, how you say? Positive.
Positive. Actitud mente positiva,
yeah.
positive mental attitude, productive,
and
intentional.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
Why you're here?
What I'm here.
Intentional.
Oh, yeah.
You're working on your personal brand.
Yeah.
Right? You're working on yourself. You're going to be able to watch these videos back 10, 20, 30, 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Right? Your great-grandkids are going to be able to see, oh, look at my abuelita. Right? Look at the little hat my abuelita had.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
So let's talk about investing in support systems for balance. Right? How support systems enable focus and balance? Why is it worth investing in support systems? Like, for example, you have your kids, right? So you have obviously your mother and different people that help you with your kids, right?
Yes.
So why is it important to invest in a support system? Like to have people around that you could leverage, especially when you're a mother, right?
Yes. It's very crucial because you can prioritize like your time because you're not going to spend, even like I know I'm the mom and sometimes I have to be with them, but it's better when you leveraging like someone else to just go to take to the doctor, go to do some homework, it's better because you say time for you, you're going to be more proactive, not to be spending all.
Meaning as the head of the household, you want to be basically taking care of what matters the most, what impacts the most the household. So you don't want to be doing minutiae stuff, things that obviously are now contributing, in an impactful way into the household.
Yes,
right or wrong?
It's true.
Right? Because you got to be the leader.
Yes. It also like the system, how you say, when you build a relationship very strong, you can be like more you can leverage it to then like to do all this thing you want to do because you build a relationship.
Do you leverage your kids to do things in the home?
Yeah, because I delegate like something like you do this, you do this. You know, I'm not
You
there.
do this, you do that,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
like
boom.
yes, my mom she had to do this because they told me, "Mommy, why now you not clean? Why you not wash the clothes?" Because before I just go to my job like Monday to Friday. I spend like the whole week with them. You know, even right now. But now they say, "Mommy, what are you not like
What have
to
you
do?"
learned from me, like overall, when it comes to delegating all those minutiae stuff? And instead of wasting 3 hours cleaning the house, and then
Mhm.
2 hours they can washing all these manganzones clothes, right? Now you're able to invest that 5 hour into personal developing yourself. Because these kids, they grow up, then they, mommy, bye, daddy, bye.
Yes,
You get me? And they're on their own, right? And we're stuck, you get me, without
yeah.
our personal development,
I know.
without
I
our
learn.
personal growth.
Yes, I learn for you because you always say
Gotta be
Valencia.
selfish in a healthy
Yeah,
way.
it's true. And I remember, Carlos, when I had to wash the clothes and I had to go to the laundry for almost 5 hours.
And cook for them and they can wash
Yes,
their dishes.
I
The
had to
fuck?
do all these
So I
things.
gotta cook for you? So hold on. I gotta buy the food, go shopping, right? Cook for you, and then
And,
wash the dishes?
and
Malagradecido. Yo, now I understand why there's so many fucking simps and low vibrational fucking people in this world right now. Because one thing I thank God is that I didn't have it easy, believe it or not. When you have it easy, your life is hard. But when you have it hard, your life is
it's not
easy.
gonna be easy.
Not having my mom around made me fucking independent, Vanessa, at a very young age. When they were making my milk, I'm like, I'll make my own fucking milk. I started
That's
walking
good.
when I was 9 months, Vanessa.
Yeah, you.
My
you're
grandmother wanted
independent.
to do a lot of things for me, but I didn't want to because I've already felt grateful for her just bringing me to the country. I don't know if it makes sense.
Yes,
Because if
makes
not, I
sense.
would have been eating yuca con huevo in Dominican Republic, in Villa Altagracia, en una casa de zinc, de madera.
Yeah, Kyla, but also what I can say too, I know I had to be the model for my kids because they need, before when they was little, I know I had to support them. I had to do like all this thing. But I had to show how they're gonna be independent. This is what was my issue with them because I always be with them. Like I wash the clothes, I just wash the dishes, I just close everything. I do everything for them. But when they grow up, now I just learn I had to show they're gonna be more independent. They're gonna be easy for me, and it's very contradictory for me because now I just say do this, and they wanna like to argument. You know, sometimes they say, "Mommy, I don't want to do." You have to do it. I don't want to do it. Oh no, you're not doing anything, mommy. You
That's
just
why kids are better to be programmed from the day they're born till they're
yeah.
like 8 years old. You gotta literally watch everything they do, every single thing, because they're gonna see what you do. So
Mhm.
that's how, remember, the subconscious mind is programmed before they're 8 years old. But
Yeah.
after they're eight, you lost them.
It's
It's,
very
it's,
hard.
it's, it's like training an old dog how to do new tricks. Make sense?
Yes, my saying. I understand now because sometimes when I speak to them and explain how they can start developing themselves, they just want to listen to me, but at the same time, they want us to occupy to go to get a job, to get money right away. It's very clack me out because
Because that's
before I
what
was
they
like
learn from
that.
you,
Yeah, I was
right?
like that.
So making time for what matters most by outsourcing. How does creating balance help you stay productive?
Oh, wait, when you create values to yourself in
How, how does creating balance help
yeah.
you stay productive?
Okay, when you create balance,
Balance.
yeah, balance, it's gonna be more easy because you go to the calendar, right? How you always say like, go to the calendar and do all these things you have in your calendar. Your day gonna be more proactive because you're gonna focus on the thing you're supposed to do. The first thing you have to do, not leave all the thing for later on. You know, you just like let me do this because I want to see the proactive what I can be like during the day. You know, and being balanced is very crucial because sometimes when you just like have your life and not how you say you sit together, you always like gonna be like stressed, anxious. You know, you're gonna be like your mind is all the place. Like you're not gonna be fucking anyway.
Time spent on what matters is never wasted. Time spent on what matters is never wasted. That's why I organize my time by the teeth every second, right? Because every second matters. Most people, time is what we want the most, but what we use the worst. So you got to make sure that people around you, they also value time. Because if they don't value time, they'll waste your time, right? And time is literally a currency that we cannot get back.
Yes.
Right or wrong?
Yes, right.
What else can you tell the world, Vanessa? Any episode, anything you want to tell the world when it comes to this episode today? Why you need to spend money to save time?
Yes. What I can say is like prioritize your time intentional because you like see how the time goes so far, you're gonna see like 20 or 10 years ago, like you're gonna see, oh my God, what I did with my time. I didn't do anything. I just do everything the same. I didn't change my life. But as you just say, and right now say, I want to change my life. Let me do the thing I'm supposed to move forward to do this. That's what I'm supposed to do. You're gonna see like the result not right away because everything is now overnight. But if you just say no, I had to put it to work. I had to develop myself and everything I don't have to do. I had to learn new skill. You know, it's so many things. And what I can say about my podcast, I have some episode I did with Carlo. And I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I did one with you. I did one with Emily. It's very powerful because it's like bring some knowledge. Sometimes people how sell the time for money, and they now understand time is not money. With the money you can buy time, but as you now understand the important like to the time, you're not gonna like to figure out how you're gonna be or like to be more proactive and be more resilient yourself. But sometimes people they just like wanting money right away. They don't want to like to see, let me idea what I can learn to how like cash flow, what I can multiply income. They
People
not.
want the instant gratification.
Yes.
See, I'd rather have delayed gratification. Equity is the name of the game.
Yes,
Thank you,
Carla.
Vanessa.
Thank you, Carla.
Time. Time is everything, world. Time. Every day, the time flies.
Time is in the
24
essence.
hours, that we all get the same 24 hours. 8 hours we sleep, well, then we have 16 hours awake. That's 1,000 minutes. So we got to look at those minutes like it's more valuable than money, right? So let's take a minute, for example, before I start with Jayandi. If you know that you want to become a millionaire, for example, or like in my case, a billionaire, right? You got to calculate your time. Also, how much are the minutes? Like you got to break everything down from the minute, from everything A through Z, if it makes sense. So let's start. First of all, how you doing?
Excelentemente bien, Carlos. Blessed, positivo, productivo, and intencionalmente. I'm gonna add the mente to the intencional. This will be a little bit different.
What you say?
Intencionalmente, I'm gonna add the mente to the intencional. Because when you're intentional, if you don't have if you don't have your mind right, how are you gonna be intentional?
But you could add it to the three of them. Positivamente, productivamente, intencionalmente.
Facts.
Everything lends with the mente.
Right. But spiritually, that connection with God, getting to know myself, because God, infinite intelligence, it comes from God. So you have that connection. You also got to take time for yourself to meditate.
Now you understand why the highest level of value creation is the imagination.
Correct.
And people perish because of lack of vision. Proverbs 29:18. So if you know people perish because of lack of vision, and also people perish because of lack of knowledge, Hosea 4:6, what do? We got to start from the top. Those two Bible verses are the most impactful one. But most people, they say something else. Seek all God's kingdom and his righteousness, Matthew 6:33. I like that one.
There's a lot of powerful. I can't choose one, but mentalmente, the more we learn, the more we earn. And we were just talking about meditation. Meditation is medication, not only for the mind, but for the body, the soul, and your whole spirit. And you got to get your mind right. How he said communication, when you open your mouth, you reveal to the world who you are. That's where you got to nourish your mind, take time for yourself, read, write. That golden hour that we preach.
And now open your mouth with some meaningless, low
Stuff.
vibrational fucking small talks.
Correct.
Right?
And then físicamente, health is the ultimate wealth. It's a shame for a man, for a human to go old without reaching greatness physically, mentally, and spiritually, and emotionalmente, because you don't have your emotions under control, you're going to be making decisions based off emotions. So why EQ is more important than IQ. And then financieramente, we all have a purpose. Is time worth more than money, or is money worth more than time? By now, you should have a different perspective.
Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you. A lot of people is gonna go through one ear and go the other. A lot of people, they're not intentional even with the things they consume because they want things that, makes them feel good. They don't want to be told the truth. You got me? But the truth sets us free, right? Because they're in fear zone or they're in comfort zone. They don't want to grow. Most people, they're not high achievers. Most people, they don't want to be the Michael Jordans, the Kobe's, you got me, the Tiger Woods of the world. You got me? We're not talking to most people. We're not talking to those type of people. Those type of people want far from us. We're talking to the 1% of the 1% of the 1%. And we're going to keep continuing doing the 1% of the 1%. You got me? As we grow, it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter. You got me? Right. When the vision gets clearer, the circle's going to get smaller. Because everything, we want quality, not quantity, OQP. So let's start with breaking the do-it-all mentality, right? Because most people, they want to do it all. You got me? I'm different. I'm a delegator all. I just want to do one thing, domino effect, that takes care of everything else. Money's simple. You got to know how to get it, keep it, grow it. Forget about keeping it. Forget about growing it. You guys do not even know how to get it. Time is not money for me. For you, it's money. So it's all perspective, right? Time, with money, I could buy time. I don't even want to buy your time. I'm not here creating jobs. I don't want to create jobs. I'm here creating opportunities. We're here creating opportunities. We create business or real estate opportunities that help build our network. Vision-driven leader plus teamwork makes a dream work. We all got to be building the network. If we build the network and we create the opportunities for the network, it brings us the passive income. I have that under control. But without the network, contacts are contract, relationship is a currency. But if people want to do things all themselves, we're not going to grow, right? So breaking the do-it-all mentality. Why trying to deliver everything limits growth? Why is it hard for people to let go of tasks based on your perspective, based on how you look at the world?
Me tiraste dos, tírame una. Oh, you threw me a combo right there.
Why is it hard for people to let go of tasks?
I'll speak of myself. I'll speak from my perspective back then. Because when you sent me that video of Myron Golden, and unconsciously no tiene. Unconsciously, I figured when I was reflecting, you was talking with Sam or something, but I was like unconsciously, when I was the podcast that Manny did with Sam, when I was directing, it was like something just hit me. Like unconsciously, I picked up some like your perspective on the world. And I didn't even realize to that video of Myron Golden, he said, if you want to be like somebody, you have to act like them in a certain way, but pick up their mind. Long story short, perspective.
The video I sent?
Yeah, but Myron Golden. But long story short, the OG Andy, he didn't care 2-3 cojones to do everything himself. But he was only hurting himself because I was willing to go fast alone, but that hurted me the most because I wanted everything how I wanted to do it. But if you're precise and specific with what you want and you business to business, you tell a leader, I want it like this, you're going to get the money, but you got to create the value. But most people aren't willing to pay for what they want. They want to do it themselves and save that money.
Low key, believe it or not, I'd rather have people from 0 to 100 give me even 50% of the work done, and I'll finish the other 50% by delegating it to somebody else. You thought I was going to do it myself? Fuck that. You got me? I'm just good putting the right person in the right area. That's just been my gift. You got me? I know how to leverage, see people's talents, see people's gifts, see what fishes go together, what sharks go together. You got me? Well, shark, I got to get out of this thing because it's bothering the other sharks. I don't know if it makes sense.
Visionary. I wouldn't say a high-level pimp, but a visionary to put some
I'm a good connector. Yeah. You got me? So another question. Letting go of control to achieve more, right? So how does overcoming the do-it-all mindset help with success?
When you let go of the do-it-all mindset, that's when attachment-free mindset, but you're also willing to share. We prefer 1% of something big than 100% of something small. So when you share that pie, when you're sharing the room, when you're sharing whatever it is, you're bringing other people's efforts. And now you're in a position where you're the vision-driven leader and you have the teamwork that could get that vision that you have done.
I want to read this. So pretty much let go to grow. That's always been my secret. So people's biggest problem in business, why they don't grow, the mom and pops, is they want to own 100% of the pie, right? But let me read this. Shout out to Alex Hormozy. He uploaded this 1 hour ago on YouTube. Elon Musk owns 20% of Tesla. Jeff Bezos owns 9% of Amazon. Jensen Huang owns 4% of NVIDIA. These incredible, successful people understood one main thing. The more money you make for other people, the more money you make for yourself. Even if the pie is not 100% yours. That's a lesson that took me long to understand. He said, if you're ready to think this way, let me know what was the moment that hit you like it hit me. You want me to tell you something? See, Alex Hormozy said, that's a lesson that took me long to understand. Yo, I thank God I was born with already knowing that. I've been leveraging people all my life, bro, since a little kid. Remember, when I started working with my uncle when I was 2 years old, right? I was always the type of person that I like doing something. I got to be doing something, right? But I call myself doing the thing, but once I do it once, I don't want to do it twice. So then I saw myself trying to teach others how to do the thing because it was just unconsciously. I was basically wired like that, right? So I was putting my cousins to do the stuff because to me, doing repetitive work is boring. Like I saw myself, I was very creative since a little kid, right? I saw myself also one thing. The only thing I really enjoyed was keeping the place spotless, like neat. Like I felt like nobody could do that better than me, myself, right? So I had to let that go, that clean freak mentality, because I've always said in the furniture store, as long as the floor, the showroom looks good, spotless, clean, no dirt, nothing dirty, all the tables are spotless, the glass. I know when people walk in and they smell like everything was fresh, it gives you more energy to want to buy. And that was a secret to making a lot of sales in the business.
How you said before, sorry to cut you off, you said la limpieza es una señal de la riqueza.
Yes.
So wealth attracts wealth. You're on that frequency, you're going to attract that.
See, today they were supposed to clean, but they were fixing the electricity and they were fixing the heating thing, which they didn't even end up freaking fixing it as Manny, right? Fucking guy wanted it to get paid for something he didn't do, right? That's a perfect example. And I told him, I'm like, I'll pay for solutions.
Results.
I don't know about HVAC. I've installed over fucking 100 HVAC in my life. Like, and I don't know how to install one. But I do know how to hire one. That's deep. You saw how I spoke to him. You got me? The guy got mad, bro. You got me? He ended up fixing something else. He got mad. But, bro, let's communicate. But I understood something. People at the bottom level, especially those type of workers, they're hard-headed. They're stuck in their old ways. Like, no piensa, bro. Right? Because they don't know how to let go to grow. Right? They want to be jack of all trades. They want to do everything themselves. So what else can you tell the world when it comes to today's episode, based on everything you heard, why you need to spend money to save time? Because now you decided to be in the elevator, not take the stairs, right? So you see the world from an ego perspective, not from a chicken perspective. I know after being around me, I know you don't see the world the same, straight up.
Grace to
right?
God and things to you, correct?
Nah, you thank God. But I know anybody
grace to God and
anybody
to
that comes across Carlos, they'll never see the world the same when they're open-minded. Because remember, I always go against the grain.
In order to be in the 1%, you got to do the things that the 90%, that the 99% people don't do.
But everything I do is long-term. Everything is long-term vision, right? I could be losing at the beginning, but you don't know my long-term vision. Just like basketball, right?
Correct. But what I could say that is you guys can watch the episode I did with Carlos, Time or No Time, ... must watch. I put must watch for a reason because that's a video that when I watched, it gave me more perspective, more clarity. And if I watch it again, I'm pretty sure I'll learn something new. Because when you watch something one time, you only learn 3%, 2% of it. So repetition is the mother of good luck. So day.1.podcast, Time or No Time, survival mode also with Manny on GPH podcast. All I can say to the world, like we're doing this for the people. We're not even doing this it's just giving it back, paying it forward.
Investing in personal growth, tools, delegation, support system, mindset shifts, and assets. Guys, I do not know why humans are so stubborn, right? But I do know why. They were trained to be stubborn. By who? Not by God.
No.
Remember, people don't even use 2% of what was
No,
given them
I
for
said
free
no.
for them.
Yeah.
By society. Remember, the government, they want to see you do good, but not better than them.
Say the environment.
You got me? Straight up. I'm going to tell you straight up, and I'll say this on video. We could become bigger than the government. With all that said, thank you.
We are bigger than the government.
That's deep. That's deep. Hey, that's deep. That's deep.